Now this, important stuff. More evidence that playing football can lead to permanent brain damage. There's a new study shows 99% of former players had some brain damage. But our next guest is the founder of a company that's developed the first drug to reduce the effects of concussion. Dr. Jacob VanLandingham is with us, president of Prevacus. Also joining us, the great Kurt Warner, former NFL quarterback, a member of the 2017 Hall of Fame class. He's invested in the company. All right, doctor, first of all, to you. How does this drug work? Briefly describe it, please.
Thanks, Stuart. Thanks for having us on today. It works through gene amplification. Whenever you have a brain injury, a traumatic brain injury, you often have multiple different pathological scenarios going on. So you want to be able to attack all of those. But the only way to do that with one drug is to work through 3 to 4 different gene promoters. So you're able to get anti-inflammation going on, you're able to get antioxidative stuff going on, and you're also able to reduce swelling at the same time because you're working at the level of the DNA.
It's
so our drug.
It's used on. It's a drug, and what's your success rate? Can you give me some indication of that?
Well, one of the keys to being successful is being able to get the drug into the athlete or the military personnel, as we're site set now for human trials to begin. By giving it nasally, we're able to get a lot more of the drug into the brain within minutes. And that gives you a better chance to attack that initial cascade of negative events early on, which obviously gives you a better chance to recover. So that's one of the keys, is by giving it nasally. We're seeing in some of our preclinical work about a 50% reduction time in improving memory as well as motor, as well as movement.
Kurt Warner, you're an investor in this, and I take it you are therefore a believer. You've seen it work, I take it?
Well, I tell you what, I'm not so much an investor as much as I'm investing in the idea that we want to continue to try to make our game safer. We've all heard the studies. We all understand the physical risks of the game. And I think the game is doing a great job of getting more preventative and finding the things beforehand, whether it be equipment or how to protect our players. We're doing better at being reactive when somebody suffers an injury, to be able to put them through a protocol and get them out of the games. Excuse me. But the one area that we don't have something is the ability to help the healing process as soon as an injury occurs. And so that's how I see this, is this is, I'm sorry, this is the middle piece of the entire process. Is it gives us a chance to be able to have a drug that can help start the healing process as soon as the injury occurs. And so that's really my investment in this. It's not monetary. It's about being able to protect the players.
Now, knowing what you know now, go back a few years, would you have still gotten into the game of football as a professional?
No question about it. I just know the kind of person that it made me. I know the things that it provided me. I love the game. And I think if you can continue to do it right and you can put all these pieces together, that we can make it much more safe. And it can be a game that benefits a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of young kids up to adults. But I do understand the risk. You know, I have young kids that play, that want to continue to play, that want to play professionally. So it's very important to me that if anyone is going to play the game, that you have to stay up on it. You have to do everything imaginable to be ready to protect your child, whether that is proactive or whether that's reactive with a drug like this, or going through the protocol, which so many leagues have started to do to help that healing process. But I think this just finishes and completes the entire circle and gives us the best chance to be able to protect individuals from head injury.
Well, Kurt, you forgive me. I've lived in the United States for over 40 years now, and I remember way back when, there's a story about how you were spotted. Were you stacking grocery store shelves? Because I remember this from years and years and years ago. You were stacking grocery store shelves, you were spotted, and suddenly you found yourself in the NFL. Is that accurate?
Well, we'll say that I wasn't spotted while I was stocking shelves.
Okay.
But yes, there was a period where I was stocking shelves, trying to develop or find a second chance to get into the NFL. And so, yeah, just about 5 years later, I found myself winning the Super Bowl. So crazy how things work. I was fortunate to get a tremendous opportunity and parlayed that into an amazing life for me and my family.
It's a
and I
great
want
country.
that same thing for more individuals. But a lot of it's going to come with being able to protect those individuals
Yes, sir.
as we move forward in the game.
It's a great country, Kurt, and I thank you very much for being on the show today, and the doctor as well. We appreciate you being here. Gentlemen, good luck to you, and thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart. Thank you, Kurt.
Thank you very much.
Take care, buddy.